Alrighty, we are back on the Jerry Mills podcast channel with my man Jamal Crawford, reacting to more of his highlights. Hope you've enjoyed the journey so far. This is a legendary day in Pro-Am history, Jamal.
Which one you got for me?
You brought KD back to Seattle.
Oh, man. So, Kevin, I would say, was probably... He absolutely may have been the most requested, or most, I don't want to say requested. He may have been... It was a different feel with him coming because Seattle had a certain attachment to him, right? He spent his rookie year there. And at the time, I believe he had just won MVP, or I think it was really close. We have to look it up. He had won MVP a year later or earlier. It was a way for Seattle to kind of say, thank you. You know, we're proud of you. You're still one of us. And it was an unbelievable time. And I remember texting with him, and he said, yeah, I'm coming. I said, are you sure? Like, you're really coming? He's like, yeah, I'm coming. I said, okay, so I'm going to tweet out and you just, retweet or say something just so everybody knows you're coming. When he did that, it was like over. It was over. It was absolutely over. And it was his first time back to Seattle since the Sonics left. And it was one big thank you from Seattle. And he put on a show. We have to get into this. And I'm going to tell you a backstory after this is over with.
Here we go.
The Mayor McGinn at the time was struggling to get in SQ that day. That's how crazy that game was. Yeah.
Man, here we go. KD back in Seattle, brought to you by Jamal Crawford. Here we go. That image right there.
Right there. Yeah. Look, I'm talking the mirror right there. But as soon as Kevin walked in with his backpack, they lost it. It was a whole, look at everybody, standing ovation. It was a whole different electricity when he walked in the building.
Man, I get the chills just watching this too.
Me too. It was, look at this. It was unbelievable.
Look at that crossover though too. Oh.
Right. Yeah, I started with a right to left. That's Will. He knows some of my moves, so I had to get it off and pass there. But it was one of those days where you want to be really sharp. You knew Kevin was in there looking to guard me there. You want to be really sharp. You knew it was going to be a packed house, and you want to put on a show and not disappoint. I am the host, right? So I thought I had a really exceptional game. Besides the scoring, I probably missed 4 shots that day. Like, I was on it.
Wow.
And it was good. It was a good day.
Yeah, what is that? Can that energy go like both ways?
Yeah, you could be, too excited and overdo it, or you can be kind of right in the moment. I was in the moment for that one. I think, let's say I shot 25 shots. I think I made 20 of them. Like, I was sharp that day, like really, really, really crisp and sharp. And, it's one of those days where if I didn't play well at all and he came out and remembered it as well, like, you don't want those days. So when guests come, you really want to, kind of live up to the hype. Not personally, but the game and everything about it. So it was good.
And be a good host, like you say, you got a ball.
Yeah,
That's what you do. There we go. Yep. Finding the feet. Boom.
Yep, another one over Kid. I was past Martell. I was shocked you went with that one. I was like, oh, everybody's excited. And then the Durant started.
The show started.
Look at this guy. Like he's a 7-foot guard. Like, it's not even fair. Look how he's handling the ball and shooting, and it's unbelievable.
So pure, so smooth. Like, you're as smooth as it gets. But watching KD shoot, man, that might be just as nice. It's just
without a doubt. And he's 7 feet. It's like if you took me and just stretched me out to 7 feet, right? Like, that's how the guy makes it look. Like, this guy is just incredible. He's unbelievable. He's a gift. He's a gift to watch.
Absolutely. Sure. And man,
he can do anything. I mean, he loves the game. His humility. Look, that's Trey Gardner. Trey 6'6", right? Here I come on the double team. I'll spin away from both of you guys. Fade away. No problem. Live.
Like, what do you do against that? That's
crossover. Turn your back. Crossover again. And one. Okay, Shaquan. I like your game, young fella, but shoot from 30. I wouldn't get in the way of that. That was a business decision. Benoit is a great defender.
I saw one of those, a business decision.
For sure.
Yeah.
Benoit's a great defender. Look at his space.
Man.
Kevin, look at that lob. I don't know how he got that. Man. So after the game, I remember that we were getting Kevin out of there, peacefully. We couldn't talk to too many people. He can kind of it was chaotic. So we had to get him out of there safely. He leaves. We get him in his car. He leaves. He goes and gets probably a half block, tells the driver, stop the car. He lets everybody come to his car, get autographs, pictures for an hour. For an hour after the game is over. But that's who he is, right? So then he texts me later on. He's like, man, this was the best day of my summer. Wow. He absolutely adored it. His first time back in Seattle, the love he got. He stopped his car. Like, we got him out there safely where fans could, say bye, but he had to keep moving. He stopped his car, stayed there for an hour in the middle of the street, and fans came up. It was unbelievable. And that's why he is who he is.
That's amazing. Shout out to KD for coming back. Shout out to you for bringing him back. Shout out to Will Conroy. Shout out to Trey Simmons. That was so fun to watch.
That was so fun. And shout out to Will as well from the standpoint that, a lot of standpoints, but the standpoint that Will, like in those settings, and he knows how to control everything, right? So it was perfect to put Kevin on his team. To make sure he got the ball, to make sure guys weren't getting in his way, make sure everything went smoothly, because you could throw him on a team and put him on a team and guys like, I want to show you I belong, or either, and do too much and Kevin not enjoy his experience. So I think with Will setting the tone and setting everything, Kevin enjoyed his experience there even more.
Yeah, shout out to him. That was a great game, great highlight. If you enjoyed this one, there will be more where this one came from.
For sure.
Reacting to highlights with Jamal Crawford, Jerry Mills Podcast.
Let's do it.